getting a chance for a Flyer team that has some injuries on defense. No Braden Colburn or Nick Grossman. This is Grabner shooting. He scores! And this afternoon, it's the Islanders who strike early. Michael Grabner at 1:32 of the first period gives the Islanders a 1-0 lead. And it comes back to Kulemin in the Islanders zone. We're about 8 minutes into the opening period.
Vinny only 13 points this year.
Grabner put it behind Nelson. Point shot, Flyer save, made, rebound, score! Kulemin, and it's 2-0 Islanders.
It's as hot as a firecracker. Boychuk gets the shot on net. Look at Kulemin. Positions himself away for the net, looks for the rebound, doesn't rush to the net.
They were sloppy, yeah, but it's not as though they didn't show up.
No, they had chances to win.
Simmons, a shot blockered away. Rebound stopped by Halak. Trying to pounce on it. Oh, he got a fast whistle. That puck was loose, and now Simmons takes out his frustrations. First on Tavares. It looked like he set something to Bailey. And Martin plays it in. Mark Strike first to get it. He's hit by his old teammate. Martin stays on Strike. They both go down. Centering feed. Zep makes a save on Nielsen. The Flyers to the power play here, but Grabner has Cizikas breaking down the middle. He's got him. He's in. He backhands. And the save by Zep. Islanders looking for what would be their 8th shorthanded goal of the year. They're tied for the league lead as is. Dominic really favoring that left arm. Reed fires. That's blocked. And Kulemin races ahead. He may get ahead all the way. Kulemin is in. Kulemin shoots. He scores! Short-handed goal for Nikolai Kulemin. And the Islanders now lead it 3-0.
Over. Long shot by Kulemin on Reed, and he just keeps those feet moving until he clears Reed. And then there's the forehand fake. Over to the forehand, back to the backhand, over to the forehand, excuse me. So many moves, I can't catch him.
Right at the line. A tip, a save made as Schenn made the deflection. Schenn still digging for it, comes back to Strike, fires, and he scores. It rolls in behind Halak for a power play goal. The Flyers are on the board, and the Islanders' lead is cut to 3-1.
Again, fighting for the puck, and Strike just walks right in. And look at Halak, he knows he doesn't have it. He felt it slide through. But prior to that, the Islanders did a nice job of the Flyers. Were able to fight. Puck retrieval always important in the PK.
Tavares holds and gave it up. Luke Schenn ahead, and it's cleared out by Bellemare.
Change for the Flyers, and they could have some problems here.
Islanders back in Tavares to Nielsen. Fire save made. Rebound Tavares knocked away and cleared. Strome looking. Nice bank pass to Bailey. Dominic drives one wide. Maybe Zep got a piece of that. Penalty about to expire. Couturier out of the box. Save made. Rebound score. Bailey. Right after the penalty had expired, Josh Bailey makes it 4-1 New York.
Watches the Islanders chip it in behind and over to Ryan Strome. Now the quick shot in that area there with a one-timer. Bailey comes back out, gets himself in position. So quick puck movement, a shot on goal, and get yourself in position for those rebounds.
Back to the Philadelphia zone.
Those two guys were kidding just before the game as they ran into each other in the hallway.
Voracek closing in, put it out in front. The Hahn broke it up, rebound score. And the Flyers have cut it to 4-2.
On the left side, watch the quick shot, deflected. DeHaan just tries to clear it out. Needs to do a little bit better than that. There's Voracek with the quick shot. DeHaan didn't know what to do with it and just sort of slid it in between his feet.
Flyers trying to clear. Nielsen keeps it into Tavares. The backhand, he scores! What a shot by Tavares! He roofed one from right in front. A power play goal, and the Islanders lead it 5-2.
Able to find Tavares, who has the patience, the presence of mind to wait for something to happen, give him an opening, and he does. He goes up high over the glove. But two really impressive plays. Look at Tavares waiting.
Schenn banks one up the left wing to Raffl with the Flyers looking to change. And the Islanders will answer, but a giveaway and a goal. Halak gave it up behind the net, and Giroux fires it home. It is 5-3 Islanders.
Remember him with St. Louis?
Now Leddy throws one to the net. That deflected and was stopped by Emery. Leddy again. Drives one. He scores!
Really enjoys the part of, sort of meeting a lot of the new guys that, make the all-star team, so different personalities.
Luke Schenn, a drive, he scores. Shot that one through a screen. I'm not sure if that changed direction. Strome and Lee were breaking ahead. Here's Boychuk. Unable to tee it up. Reed knocked down. They score! From center, Anders Lee.